What is up, YouTube? This is the boy, the E-bike guy, and look what I got here, boy. This is the Happy Run G60, and by far, let me tell you something. This box right here, when it came out the FedEx truck, was super heavy. This probably the heaviest box I ever got out of the FedEx truck today. So yeah, we're gonna open this thing up, and it look like it's been wrapped up pretty darn good, to be honest. So there's gonna be a lot of cutting, slicing, and dicing. I don't think I can lift this bike out of the box, as the box gonna sit on the ground while I lift the bike up. So I might have to improvise just a little bit and get this box open. Yeah, let's check this out. We finna open this box, see what we got inside, and yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Happy Run G60. What the heck? I got the box open, man. Ain't nothing but foam in here. There's the e-bike. Oh man, we have like a sparkling gray model. Man. Okay, so yeah, I'm about to do some improvising right here to get this bike out. Man, they had this thing. Man, they want this bike to go nowhere. I mean, they didn't want this to hit no bumps, no nothing, no scrapes. Man, okay, so let me go get this bike out, man. Let me go tell the old lady to come in for a minute. Yeah, so I had to cut the box from the side to get this bad boy out. And boy, it looks stunning. So yeah, I'm excited to get this boy out. And so we can put it together and see what we have though. But yeah, woo. All right, so this e-bike is more involved out of the box, the G60. It seemed like we got to put the front rotor on, and then we have the box with everything comes in. And then I think the headlight is, I think I put it over, oh, it's right there. So we got the headlight, and then we have the battery, which is actually inside this here foam wrapping with zip ties. We also got an air pump, I see that. The rear shock, then the handlebars. So we're gonna go ahead and get the handlebars on the mount and try to get it charged up, see what it's all about. And but yeah, let's go ahead and see this contents. I think this is everything's in here. So let's go sit over here and see what's all in here. So here we go. We have opened up the box. All right, so we have our folding pedals, and then we have the charger. We have a lock. Wow, I like it when they give us locks and stuff, you know what I mean, to keep these bikes from the thieves. Then here's a charger. You have a toolkit. Wow, this sucker is pretty heavy. And then I guess this is, yeah, so this is, it's not like a through axle, but I mean, it is an axle, but it's not like a, you know, a boost axle, like a, you know, like the 15 millimeter or 20 millimeters. Okay, so here's our charger, and we have it is a 48 volt. So we know it's a 40 volt e-bike, but it's a 2 amp charger. So that's like your standard right now. And then here's our rotor. That's what we gotta do, put it on, and it's a 160. So we got 160 rotors, and the DI Island brake combo. So the brake and the caliber, and so we got a structure manual. We're gonna read that in a few minutes, and then I think this is like a thank you card. We can open that up and see what else this is. And then this is our switch key. So this takes a I guess it's an ignition key. Okay. Oh, and it's the battery key. So okay. All right, nice. All right, let's see what this thank you card says. All right, so this is like says activate privilege service, register your product. Nice. All right, scan the barcodes right there. Okay. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and put the G60 on together, and then we'll take a good look at it after that. All right, so I have completed putting together the Happy Run G60 e-bike, and it does look stunning. I mean, I like the way the brown wall tires, the seat, everything matches with each other, even the paint scheme. But anyway, so this one right here was a little bit more involved because you had to put the rear shock in. So it comes loose, okay, all zip tied and covered up. And then you have to put the rear shock on. The nut and bolt is actually inside the eye of the shock itself. And then the pedals, had to put those on. Didn't have to mess with the rear wheel or the fenders, anything like that. But the front wheel, you had to put the rotor on itself. It come in the box. And let's see here. Okay, the headlight, we had to put that on as well. And then the handlebars, had to attach that to the stem. And then we still have the keys right here. So that's the battery box. And then we have the ignition key switch up here, which we have right there, the ignition. So yeah. But let me tell you something. Out of all the e-bikes that I reviewed so far, open box reviews, this one was the most protected. This e-bike had more protection than a goddamn carton of eggs in Fort Knox. Let me tell you something. This thing had some protection. Happy Run mean business when they don't want their e-bikes getting scratched when they ship it to the customers. So good job, Happy Run. It was a pain to get it undone, unboxed, and put together, but boy, y'all did a good job protecting this e-bike. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and start peeling some stuff off, because I like to peel these stickers off, special right here. Okay, see our voltage, and then we have a display right here too. I'm familiar with this display because I have one in the back that I was working on an e-bike with. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get the battery charged up, and we're gonna go over this e-bike, see what it has, see what function it is, and then we're gonna go for ride review. All right, y'all, since I done put it together and everything, so let's get a good look at this Happy Run G60. So you can see it looks pretty good. I mean, I really dig the colors on it. They did a good job of matching the brown with the gray, as the sparkle gray colors you see on the frame. So anyway, so yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at it though. And as you can see, like I'm gonna point out one thing to you. The seat is real nice and comfortable. So this is a very comfortable seat. You can ride for days on this seat right here. So that's a big plus right there. So let's go ahead and take a look at the battery. So here we go. We got the Happy Run logo on the battery. This is a 48 volt, 20 amp hour battery, supplying enough juice to that 750 watt hub motor that's in the back. And there we have it. We got a 7-speed Shimano freewheel with a, now this is a Shimano, this is just like a basic Shimano 20 derailleur. It is an ISS index and shifter, so it will do the job. You know what I mean? Any derailleur is going to do the job, but we also have a derailleur guard right there, so it's going to protect this derailleur from any damages if it falls over. So here we go. We have a nice big chain range, so we can pedal at a good high speeds. We also got folding pedals. Now these the ones that's kind of unique right here, because you have to click in right here to actually fold them down, instead of actually have to come on the back side of the pedal to push it out to fold it down. So that's this is the second time I actually seen these on the e-bike. So here we have a rear shock. So it's going to give you a nice ride on sidewalks or off-road adventures. The control is mounted right here at the bottom under the seat. Here you already have a tail light, and it has blinkers. So you have your left turn and right turn blinkers integrated with the tail light. Plastic fenders. I'm a big fan of the plastic fenders. So we go up to the front. We have a nice fork right here, and it actually responds well to off-road riding. You have your compression knob right here, and we also have the preload on the other side. You also have a nice bright headlight. And I'm gonna tell you something, we're gonna do a nighttime riding with this bike. I'm gonna show you how bright this light is. The brightest I ever tested so far on the e-bike. Then we have the Chow Yangs. I like how they did the sidewall. You know, you see those white walls on the old classic cars, but this one has the brown walls. I call them brown walls, huh? Mag wheels. So you got the mag wheels with the amber reflectors instead of the white ones. So we got the DI Island master cylinders right here, adjustable. So we have this adjustable knob on the fly. And then we have our DI Island 160 millimeter rotors paired with dual piston calipers. Now I'm getting to be a big fan of DI Island. I didn't knew these brakes are pretty good. I mean, they stop an e-bike real good. Even with 160 rotors, they are some darn good hydraulic brake systems. So yeah, I would like to see these come on just standard e-bikes. Got a nice kickstand right there. I have one of these on my tummy bike. You have a lock, so you can lock your battery up. You have a key for the ignition. We're gonna take a look at the cockpit right here. We have palm grips. So these are kind of like a rubbery texture to them. Also, we have this is our brightness. So this is our headlight. So when you turn this bike on, the headlight, the daytime run light comes on, and then once you press that button right there, and it's like activate, I guess it's the brights, but I think it's the headlight. You know what I'm saying? You still can see at nighttime, but once you press that, man, it just brightens up the whole pathway for you right there. Also, we have a turn signals. We have a left and right turn. We have a horn at the bottom right here. Come on, focus. So we're gonna turn the bike on. So look at that display right there. Now you're not gonna be able to see it. It looks like a spaceship going down the road. That's because of the frame rate from the camera is trying to catch up with the LED lighting on the display. So as you can see, we have a miles per hour. We have our mode switch. So we have like 3 modes. And here's the switch right here on the right. So you press that one time, it switches to 3. Press it again, it goes back to 1, and so forth, so forth. It says ready right here at the top, and then we have a battery indicator right here at the bottom left hand. So yeah, this is a basic display, and it's very bright, even in bright sunlight. I noticed that when I was testing it out. And then we have a voltmeter, so we actually have a voltage indicator on the handlebar on the left side too, with the ignition, and then we have our battery indicator as well. So as you can see in the front, when we turn the bike on, you can see we got our daytime running lights right there. And then once we press our high beam or headlight, and there we go. So I believe that's our headlight, but at the display it shows the high beams are on, if you can see that right there. It could be the headlight, but I believe that's just the headlight. And then that right there, we just have a daytime run light. I think that's what it is right there. So let's go ahead and get the blinkers. So we got a tail light. So we're gonna turn our headlight on. So there we go. Let's turn the blinker. We're gonna do right. All right. We're gonna do left. And if you do both of them at the same time, we have a hazard. So we have a hazards. And then we turn them off. Then we have a horn. Not the loudest, but it's still enough to alert people, to pedestrians, if you behind them, because e-bikes are quiet. So you got to have some sort of a bell or a horn, you know, so to alert walkers or pedestrians that are walking, you know what I mean? So that way, because e-bikes are quiet and you don't want to scare the crap out of them, you know what I mean, when you ride these type of e-bikes. So yeah, that is the look of the Happy Run G60 e-bike. And now what we're going to do, go and test ride it and see what it's all about. Let's back up a little bit so we in the shade. So all right, well, so we on the G60, and right off the bat you're gonna feel like the handlebars are higher up, so you're gonna be sitting straight up on the bike. The seat feels really good. There's no really complaints about that. I am bouncing on it. The rear shock feels like there's no response to it, no rebound or compression. So I'm kind of speculating how this is going to work on some off trails. So anyway, we're going to take it across the street, go through some trails and see how it is. So we're going to turn it on. Right now we're at full charge. We're going to go ahead and put it on 3 max power. That says just 3 miles on now. The look around the bike and a rundown of the features that it has. So yeah, so it does have a half twist throttle instead of a full twist throttle or a thumb throttle right there, because of the, you know, I have this switch right here that is a 3-mode switch, just like I have on a far driver. Actually kind of, well, yeah, that's all right. Okay, I was gonna say I like this one better, but no, I like the toggle better, you know what I'm saying, than to do the 3 switch one. So okay, so let's go. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you, so it has really good power. Really good power. So it's not lazy from the jump. So it has good bottom end torque. And we're gonna take it across the street just to get the feel of the suspension. The front forks feels really good. The rear fork feels pretty good too, but it just doesn't have no response. Like, yeah, so it doesn't have no compression or rebound. So it's basically, there's just nothing but spring right there. You can't feel no response. There's no resistance right there. All right, so let's continue. Let's go through this little trail that I made on the e-bikes. So it does have a little bit of power off the get. So it has a little bit of bottom end grunt. Yeah, so that rear shock, it's just bouncing all bike down. It has no response whatsoever. It's all spring. So the first thing what I do when I purchase a G60 is I'm going to upgrade the rear shock on it. because that means you'll bottom out real fast if you're going over some really hard bumps. But now, if you're not going over no hard bumps, anything like that, you're not planning on riding off-road, then this rear shock will be okay. But if you plan on, you know, doing some trail riding with family, friends, and you're going off-road, then and you're a heavier guy or a girl, then you're gonna bottom out. You're gonna need a rear shock. That's just all there is to it, though. So, anyways, that's my neighbor, and let's go ahead. And I did mention that it does have a little bit of bottom end grunt, but it does to a certain extent. I mean, one night when I just trying to get over that little ditch right here, it kind of struggled, like it wanted to go, but it had a little bit of a hesitation. So the power is okay. So right now we're going about 17, 18 miles an hour. We on mode 3, we got a full battery. Wow, okay. Soaks up the bumps real good. So anyway, so that it has a little, the power is kind of like okay. It has a grunt a little bit off the line, but after that it kind of feels lazy, you know what I'm saying, going up in the upper wheel speed. So, and it took a long time for it to get to 22 miles an hour. Now, there is no way to unlock the speed in this thing. It's on mode 3, as I see on the display, but I mean, right now we're slowly climbing up to about 19, 20, 22 right now. 28, about 20 miles an hour. We're going downhill, and I think the top speed of this bike is about 28 miles an hour. Yeah, the DIY Ireland, these brakes, man, with these 160 rotors, man, they stop really good. So here we go, we're going up a little hill, and we're just struggling to get up this hill. We're doing it about 13, 14 miles an hour. Got a little bit of voltage sag. Let me see where we at. So we got 52.7. So this bike was fully charged when we left there, and we already at 52. Right now we're pulling about, we're at 49.8 volts. So we're putting a little bit of current from the battery. I don't know what that noise is right now. Let's see. So we got a little bit of brake noise in the back. We're gonna try the pedal thing. Let's try the pedal assist. Okay, pedal assist is very responsive, but this bike is not really made to pedal. I mean, you can pedal this bike if something happens, and something bad happens, like if you run out of juice or anything like that, you'll be able to pedal this thing home, but I wouldn't recommend it because of the way the seat. You don't get the special tall person like me. You're not getting the full extent of your legs, so it's going to be a lot harder for a tall person like myself to pedal this bike. So we got a lot of all right, so here we go. Yeah, that suspension is crazy right there. Yeah, it's like on a trampoline. All right, so we're in the top gear. Yeah, man, I don't know, this bike feels pretty gutless right here. It will be nice to see what this does compared to other e-bikes that I have at my house. So we're gonna go on the sidewalk right here because we definitely don't have enough speed to actually keep going on the roads. So we're gonna go ahead and get on the sidewalk. But man, I mean, it feels really good though, riding on the sidewalk. I mean, the spring, even though it's like a trampoline, you barely feel any type of bumps on this sidewalk. So that's plus. If you're just riding around the neighborhood, I mean, that rear suspension is just fine. But you plan on doing some off-roading, I'll go ahead and upgrade the rear shock. But the front forks are really nice. So there's no complaints in that. So we're gonna go ahead and try to muster on up this hill. Excuse me. See what we got going on. This building. Right, it's coming. All right, only stayed at 22 miles an hour. All right, gonna get on the sidewalk. So what are you getting? What are you getting out of this G60? Well, you're getting a comfortable seat. You're getting some really good brakes. Getting a good front fork. I like the display. I mean, I like the way, you know, say you can select the modes. Very bright headlight. You got a horn. You got turn signals. So you're getting pretty much a lot of features out of this bike. But now the downside, it doesn't have much power as some of the e-bikes I tested. The rear shock is a little bit on the bounce, not a little bit, it's on the bouncy side. And it's going to be hard to pedal. I mean, it's going to be hard to pedal when you run out of gas, or well, not gas, but run out of juice. You know, just don't expect to try to pedal this thing home without taking brakes. Love the way they did the frame. They did a nice job on the paint scheme on this frame. It has that sparkly glitter that you can see when it's direct sunlight. Also too, I did notice that I mentioned that it was a 40 volt 20 amp hour. This is actually 40 volt 18 amp hours. I had read that wrong in the when I was looking at the manual. So anyways, pedal assist is very responsive. It didn't take much at all to start getting this bike going, but I mean, other than that, you know, it needs just a tad more power. I feel like a bike like this, you know what I'm saying, could use a 20 amp hour battery and a little bit of a top speed of 32 miles an hour. I think this bike would have did really good if it had just those specifications enabled in the e-bike. Yeah, so right now this sidewalk has a lot of bumps, not bumps, but has a lot of dips. So as I'm going over these dips at a moderate speed, what's going on is that I'm bottoming out on the rear shock. So I'm bottoming out. It's real bouncy. Definitely gonna need a rear shock unless something's wrong with this one. But other than that, okay, see here. See, now, that's what I'm saying, boy. These DIY island brakes, man, top notch. I ain't got no complaints about that. And like I say, I'm grown to be a fan of those brakes as I been riding just riding other e-bikes that's paired with this brake system. They're really good, especially if you get the ones that has the 203 millimeter brake rotors on there. Holy crap, man. Shoot, those brakes will stop that bike faster than that bike can accelerate. I'm trying to tell you. So I'm not cruising along. I did a different test as I usually do with this bike, you know what I'm saying, because I was just going to test out the rear suspension and just to see how it is. And yes, I mean, like I say, it's definitely gonna need a rear shock replacement. Might get some few test riders and get their feedback, see what they think about it. Okay, across the road right here, and then we're going to just take a look at it right quick one more time through the GoPro. Oh man, I think my back is killing me. All right, so here it is. It's the Happy Run G60. Like I said, it is a great looking bike, gorgeous looking bike. Like the color scheme, like the way they did the plastic. I like the way when they paired these child tires with the brown walls to this e-bike. It's just a perfect match. But it has some drawbacks, like the rear shock. way too bouncy. Doesn't have no response, no resistance at all. It's the power from the 750 watt hub motor is pretty much gutless. I mean, it doesn't have what it takes to get this bike up to speed, you know what I mean? Because this bike is pretty heavy. Let me see. Let's just lift it up, you know. So this bike is pretty heavy because it's a steel frame, which is going to be durable than aluminum, and you don't have to worry about anything breaking on it. You know what I'm saying? It has a nice paint scheme, and it's, you know, I'm pretty sure that nothing's going to rust out, especially if you keep this indoors. Other than that, I mean, it has a nice bright headlight. The rotors, even though they got 160s front and rear, it stops this bike on a dime. So you ain't got to worry about stopping at the last moment notice. If you dodge out in front of traffic or somebody runs out in front of you, you don't have to worry about that because the brakes is going to stop you. Other than that, turn signals, you got turn signals in the back of the e-bike, so that way you can so people can know that you actually either turning right or left. Nice comfortable seat that you can ride all day long on it. And I like the way the cockpit looks, you know what I'm saying? I like the way the mode, the three switch mode. I like the way they have that. Nice bright display. You can see virtually everything on the display. And then you have a voltage meter right here as well, with your turn signals, your headlight, and your horn button. Palm grips feels nice. The twist throttle, I'm having second thoughts about that. The half twist throttle on this one. That is almost like it's too short for me. I'd rather see a thumb throttle on this e-bike, to tell you the truth. Like I say, the front forks is nice and comfortable, so they soak up bumps. They have resistance, so you're gonna have that compression, and you're gonna have that rebound on it. I can tell you that from the fact. And one more thing to note, that this bike is not really an e-bike to be pedaling at home. Your legs gonna hurt. If you're a short rider, you might have a better chance than me, because I'm 6'2", and I mean not 6'2", but I'm 6'7", and so my legs is like bent almost in the L shape, you know what I mean? So it's gonna be harder for a taller person to actually pedal this bike than a shorter person, you know what I mean? But other than that, so that's my thoughts on the G60 by Happy Run. I'm gonna let a couple more riders test it, see what they think, and then we're gonna conclude this review of the Happy Run G60.
Oh, I was just getting it set up.
Yeah.
Happy Run.
Yeah. So here we go. We got the Happy Run G60. So tell me what you think about it so far.
Suspension is very nice and smooth, nice and absorbent. Almost more so like a dirt bike, off-road type style bike, but with a little class. I like the peanut butter seat. That's a different look. I like I don't know what you want to call this.
Brown walls, I call them.
Brown walls.
You know, white walls, they're brown walls.
I like the look of the general bike itself. It's kind of like a Ciron, but kind of not. But dirt bike look with some high-rise handlebars, I guess you can say. Front suspension is actually pretty nice. First e-bike I seen with, you know, fully functional turn signals, and it's also LED. And if that's hazard lights right there, you guys, if y'all didn't know. And then that's right, I'm sorry. I can actually put me some fenders on the back if I want to give it a dirt bike look, but I ain't got to do all that.
All right, so that is the initial review of this Happy Run G60. So what I'm gonna do, like I say, if you want to purchase this bike, I'm gonna have the link in the description where you can actually get this bike from. And you know, like I say, I'm just gonna just leave it to you like that, you know what I mean? Stylish, very bright headlight, has a nice front fork, nice comfortable seat, has integrated turn signals. Love the tires, the combination with the color scheme on the frame. I love the display, very simple, very easy to use. But like I say, it could use a little more range, a little more power, and the rear shock could use a little bit more of a rebound and compression, you know what I mean? So there's nothing there. There's, you know what I mean? That's, so you're gonna be bottoming this bad boy out every time you ride over something heavy, or if you're a heavy rider, you know what I'm saying? So you got to keep that in mind also. And another thing too, it's gonna be hard for a tall rider to pedal this thing. You're gonna be sitting up because of the higher handlebars, so you're gonna be sitting straight up. And that's about it. Oh, and then one more thing, I can't forget about the brakes. DY Island brakes are, like I say, top notch. They've been hands down the best ones that I've tested so far on any e-bike. So you're not going wrong when you get those type of brakes on the e-bike. You see those on DY Island brakes on your e-bike, you already know they're going to be a good force to reckon with far as stopping goes. You know what I mean? The things will stop you in a heartbeat. So yeah. But anyways, so that is my official review on the Happy Run G60 e-bike. Like I say, it's a good all-around e-bike, but it has some tweaks that need to be wrinkled out. So yeah, anyway, so this is the e-bike guy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.